Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and we're located here at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina, or Anderson, South Carolina. It'll get you there, whichever town you pick. Today is August the 2nd, 2023. The weather outside today is 74 degrees, cloudy skies, and the high of today will reach 84 degrees. Our shout-outs today go to Jane, Josh, Heather, Carter, Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Grant, and Hudson's with us today at the show here. Sylvia, Heidi, Charlie, Harper, and always loving Martin. Here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, we have all kinds of music lessons. If it has a string on it, we teach it. We teach fiddle, classical fiddle. We teach mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, anything with a string on it, we teach it. We have the best instructors in the upstate by far, in my opinion, and if you want more information, you can call me at 864-376-1482 for any music lessons that you want to take here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass. Our sponsor today is Jeff Martin Auctioneers. The next auction will be Saturday, August 12th, 9 a.m. They're located at 1618 Auction Drive, Pelzer, South Carolina. For more information, call Mr. Blaine Albertson at 864-556-5384. Call Blaine Albertson for more information on the auction this Saturday, 864-556-5384. They have vehicles, pickups, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and all kinds of other stuff I think they sell there at the auction. So contact Blaine Albertson. Again, we're located at 5109 Liberty Highway in Pendleton or Anderson, South Carolina. And some of the stuff that we sell here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, I have in front of me, this is a bag of banjo blend. We have 5 blends of coffee. We have banjo blend, guitar hazel, fiddle me crazy, bass dog, dobro Danish, and mandolin illa. And in the holidays, we sell holiday pumpkin. It's a great coffee, in my opinion. It's the best coffee you can put in your mouth. So come and see us, or you can order it online and we'll ship it to you. Recently, we have another item. We sell pork rinds, and we have different flavors of pork rinds. This is a plain flavor. We have vinegar and salt. I think that's what it is. We have barbecue. I can't remember the other one. Smoked barbecue. They're good. So get you a bag of. We can't ship that stuff. Well, probably could if we needed to, but come by and get you a bag. $7 a bag here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass. We also sell hats that I'm wearing. We sell T-shirts, and we sell mugs. Here's a coffee mug. My daughter didn't bring my coffee this morning, so it is empty. I got to have my coffee. So we sell these coffee mugs as well here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass. T-shirts and different kinds of paraphernalia that we have here. We also sell instruments. We have banjos, guitars, mandolin I think we have for sale. We got a fiddle for sale, several guitars. So if you're interested in purchasing an instrument, a stringed instrument, you can call me here at 864-376-1482. You can also follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook under Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under bgbluegrass.com. And we already went through all that. Remember, our coffee is the best. And we went over the flavors a minute ago. Again, a monthly public auction, Jeff Auctioneers, vehicles, pickups, boats, motorcycles, RVs, August 12th, 9 a.m. Contact Blaine Albertson, 864-556-5384. Blaine Albertson, 864-556-5384 for the next auction coming up this Saturday. It's a great auction. I've been there several times there, and they have whatever you need at Jeff Martin Auctioneers. So go pay them a visit. Even if you don't buy anything, just go to the auction. It's pretty cool. They do serve like barbecue sandwiches and drinks and stuff over there as well. So make your way over there. Okay, we have an interesting young man for our broadcast this morning. His name is Mr. Ryan Wilson. He's a great friend, a great musician, and a close friend to our son Martin Acevedo, who he and him, they were very instrumental in starting Tiger Town Roots. It's a bluegrass band at Clemson University. By the way, if you're at Clemson University or thinking about going to Clemson University and want to take up a stringed instrument, Ryan here, Wilson, will teach you how to play any stringed instrument. He's the professor over there that teaches the music department for the bluegrass program over there. So it's my pleasure to introduce my friend and musician, Mr. Ryan Wilson. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
I know we talked earlier, but he could take up probably the rest of the day talking about his experience and his testimony about how he got into music and where he's been, the bands he's played with. But I told him he got about 12 minutes, 13 minutes on the show here to talk about what he does. So, Ryan, you can get us started.
All right. Well, like you said, I do play a lot of instruments. I don't play everything. I don't play fiddle. That bow gets me every time. But I can tell you where to put your fingers. I've grew up in music. My dad and mom were instrumental in teaching me how to sing, specifically. Got into bluegrass. You kind of wanted to hear a little bit of a background. Got into bluegrass from a little place called Illinois, up in upper Pickin County. I was really wanting to start learning to play mandolin. A friend of mine introduced me to mandolin. I'd already listened to a good bit of bluegrass, but he had a mandolin that he let me borrow, and I was really enjoying playing it. And so I got going to Illinois and learned just about everything I know, going from Illinois to here to at Breazeale and over to another place over in lower Greenville County, and several other places that sometimes they're just annual jams and stuff like that. So got going that way, and started teaching for a program over in Pickens County called YAMS, which stands for Young Appalachian Musicians, and eventually wound up directing the performing band for that group. Basically, it's 3rd through 8th grade, I believe, where you can take lessons on all bluegrass instruments after school, and started teaching for those. And they had a select group of kids that would do really well, and I got to teach them how to be a band and how to play all together. Because it's one thing to take lessons individually and learn how to play your instrument, but it's a whole other level to play with other people. If you can keep your own time, that's great, but if you can play in time with other people, that's huge. And that's what I did for a while, and I really fell in love with teaching. My dad was a instructor at Greenville Tech. He led the department over there in architecture. My grandmother was also a teacher, and her mom was a teacher. And I have several cousins from that side of the family who are all teachers, and my brother did some teaching too. So anyway, long story, I ended up back in teaching. I never thought I would do that, but decided I needed to go back to school to be able to do more teaching, because I just had an associate's degree. And so I started at Clemson trying to get a bachelor's so I could start teaching in a school setting of some sort. At that time, Pickens County had Bluegrass, or Pickens High School, excuse me, had a bluegrass band that they were trying to do sort of as an extension of Sweet Potato Pie Kids, as I mentioned. So, wanted to try to do that. Ended up, that program ended. I left Sweet Potato Pie Kids. Life got in the way. Things, you know, as things do. But everybody at Clemson, all the faculty and staff at Clemson, found out, because I'm very passionate about this music, that I'm into bluegrass, and I love it, and do everything I can to be part of it and to promote it and whatnot. And so, as requests would come in for, you know, a folk band to come play for an event, or specifically bluegrass band showed up several times, I just used that as an opportunity to say, hey, what if we had a bluegrass band? What if we had a bluegrass band? I know several students on campus that can play. Let me start this thing. So they did. They let me get going. And the one thing I didn't have was a banjo player, and that's where Martin came in. And man, I love picking with Martin. If he didn't know it, I could give him a recording or give him an example, and by the next week, it was there.
Yeah.
And you know, that's rare.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really invest that much in something that they're not getting paid for that.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't getting paid. He was just helping a friend out.
Yeah.
And so to have that much investment really meant a lot to me. But we grew the program, and now we have a full ensemble. It's still growing. I would love to have 2 ensembles, and, you know, lessons on all the instruments and everything like that. At one point, before the big C came along, at one point we had 14 people in the ensemble.
Wow.
Now, they weren't all performance level musicians, obviously, and but there was at least more than half of them were. And then we had an instructor for mandolin, an instructor for guitar, an instructor for fiddle, an instructor for banjo. The only thing we didn't have was an instructor for bass or dobro. But I was learning dobro at that time, and picked it up. And if somebody comes along and wants to learn dobro, then I feel like I can get them a long ways with it. So anyway,
Now you play bass, so that's your main.
that's my main instrument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If I'm playing professionally, that's probably what I'm going to be playing. Either that or guitar. Yeah, that's where we're at now. We've gone through some changes, and we don't have a mandolin fiddle instructor, but we do still have guitar and banjo. But if there's enough support and enough students come along that want that, we're going to definitely add it to the program.
Yeah.
It won't be necessarily me, because I'm not necessarily the best at either of those instruments, so we'll have to hire somebody. But with enough interest, it's easy to hire somebody
Yeah,
and get that
yeah.
that in there.
Yeah. Now you work with Renee Dooley.
Renee is our outreach coordinator. She handles a lot of donors, donor communication. She comes to all of our events, which is, you know, spectacular.
Yeah.
You know, we don't necessarily invite her, but she shows up anyway because she loves what we're doing. And she's a huge supporter of the arts. So anything that she sees as something good for the program, or something good even for just the arts in general, she's going to be there. She's going to be providing support in some manner. And so, we do a lot with
So
her.
if you want to give financially to the university for the Bluegrass program, contact Renee Dooley at Clemson University.
Renee can definitely help you
Yeah.
out. Yep.
And I don't have her number, but you can call the university, Clemson University, and ask, they'll route you to Renee Dooley, and she'll be more than happy to help you with some of your donations, or if you have questions about the program, she can help you and get you routed in the right direction.
That's right.
For that program. Cool. And okay, currently you're playing with a band. Tell us about that band.
I'm playing with a band called New Primitive. There's 6 of us in the band. 3 of us are from North Carolina, 3 of us from South Carolina, so we should have called it North and South Carolina or something like that.
Yeah.
But the name of the band is New Primitive, and we're contemporary, somewhat touch into progressive and a touch into traditional.
Mm-hmm.
We really do it all, and it's a great band. Probably the best band I've ever played with professionally, both vocally and instrumentally. We're just I am the weakest link of that band, so it's takes everything I can to keep up with those guys. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Great.
Yeah, they were here at the store. I was out of town, and Jane called me and said, I think you guys were all here. It wasn't a scheduled event.
Yeah,
They just came to pick with the local people, and she called me and says, you need to get these guys on the show, or you need to hire these guys. So when I got back, I talked to Ryan, and we sold some tickets, and they came and did a fantastic show here. If you've never heard New Primitive, you need to get on YouTube or something, figure out how to get to them.
We're on Facebook and Instagram. I don't think we've got anything on YouTube yet. Well, that's not true. There are some videos of us that other people have posted, but we don't have anything that we've posted yet.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're interested in hiring them for an event, you can call Ryan Wilson at
864-360-4763.
864,
360-4763.
and that's Ryan Wilson if you're interested in getting that group. And I'm going to tell you, it's worth every penny. They are fabulous. They are fabulous, a good group. And they get booked up pretty quick, so if you got an event coming up, let them know ahead of time, and they'll put you on the books and get you involved in some good picking.
We're already booking into 2024.
Wow, 2024.
Two or three stuff already.
Yeah.
2 or 3 events.
Yeah.
Already.
And they always play, I don't know if, I don't handle this, Benji does, but we do a program across the road there at the church, the Martin Acevedo Legacy Foundation that we do across the street every year. It's quite a big event. We have 5 or 6 bluegrass groups, and I think you guys played one year, or Brian always comes to the event, and sometimes you don't have all the group, but he'll put something together real quick, let me tell you.
We can pull something in.
Yeah, they always do a good show, always. When Ryan's involved in it, it's going to be a good show. And, you know, we go every year to Spigma. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. It's the end of February, end of January, 1st of February every year. We've been going for years and years and years, and my son Martin, every year he would, just probably several months prior to that, he would call me and say, Daddy, make sure Clint's going. Clint's a good friend of Martin's, older gentleman, a good man. So, and Ryan would always be there, and we'd just be in the hallways playing music. It's a really fun event. If you've never been, it's called Spigma, Southern Preservation of Bluegrass Music Association. And it's the end of January, 1st of February. If you want more information, you can call me at 864-376-1482. Great event. If you're into music, whether it's bluegrass or whatever, if you're into music, you need to go to Spigma at least once in a lifetime. But once you go, you'll go again and again and again. So it's a fun event. Ryan, and he's there every year, and some of his guys are there, and we do some good hallway picking and lobby picking, stairwell picking. Anywhere there's a crevice and you put some people there, you can play music.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, what else you might have for us, Ryan?
As far as as music, that takes up pretty much
Yeah.
everything I've got.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and if they,
Classes start August 23rd, I believe it
Yeah.
is. If there's anybody that you know that's, you know, interested in signing up and joining the Bluegrass Ensemble, let me know. I also want to say my email address is rwilso9, that's RWILSO, number 9, at g.clemson.edu. And I know that's a lot to say, but hopefully we can,
yeah,
hopefully it made sense.
yeah, and if you,
But yeah, shoot me a message. I can help you get registered. There's not a fee for the class. There's no prerequisites other than being able to play an instrument or be able to sing. You don't necessarily have to do both, as long as you can do one or the other. And there's an audition process for, Don mentioned Tigertown Roots. The ensemble is the class and the course where we, go over some bluegrass history and some music reading and that kind of thing, and notation, but also learn to play all the tunes and learn to play each other's songs. We don't use traditional music, so if you want to show up to a class and be able to read off of a page, that's not the class
Yeah.
to show up for. We do everything by ear or memory. There's a lot of resources online where you can learn some stuff and bring it to class. We also don't tie ourselves specifically to any subgenre of bluegrass, traditional or contemporary, progressive, modern, any of that kind of stuff. If you want to do something, we're gonna all do it as a group, and everybody has to be able to do everything in the ensemble. Now, going back to Tigertown Roots, Tigertown Roots is the group that goes out and gets paid
yeah,
to perform, and we'll have an academic year is 2 semesters, and we will work on material on both of those semesters, and at the end, usually in April, we will have a year-end performance where everybody gets to perform, the whole ensemble. But throughout the semesters, we get paid gigs where the members of Tigertown Roots get to go out and perform for the public and hopefully get paid to do so.
and that money goes back to the program.
Yeah, there's a certain amount that goes into the program, but then above and beyond that, it goes to the people performing.
Oh, good,
So,
good, I didn't know
and
that.
we're
Yeah.
unique. We're unique in that.
Yeah.
There's not another ensemble. We have several other performing ensembles in the college. We have a jazz band and a steel drum ensemble. There's a guitar ensemble, and they all perform throughout the semesters for various events and stuff like that. But very rarely do any of the performers actually get paid.
Yeah.
And in our case, we do.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep.
That is really good.
Yep.
There's a group that's getting ready to come to Clemson. Steep Canyon.
Rangers.
Steep Canyon Rangers. Yeah, they'll be at Clemson here coming up pretty soon, isn't it?
At the end of September, yep.
End of September. You tell us a little bit about that?
I think that's September 29th, if I'm not mistaken. That's a Thursday night, if that date doesn't line up. It's a Thursday night. And Tigertown Roots is currently scheduled to open for them.
Oh, really?
Yep. We'll be the Tigertown Roots, whoever can make it into that band. We got to pull together a few songs real quick, and we'll be on the main stage at Brooks
wow.
Center before Steep Canyon Rangers takes the stage.
Yeah.
Steep Canyon Rangers was started also on a university campus. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Really?
They were all students at UNC, I believe, and they started jamming together and started playing gigs, and I know some of them graduated and moved on, did some other things, and they've got a whole different lineup at this point. But that band came off of a university campus.
I did not know that. Wow.
And
And
they
they're
had-
fantastic musicians.
Oh, yeah.
They're all top shelf.
Yep.
Top shelf.
Steve Martin actually played with them, played some shows with them.
Yeah, he's played some gigs with them, in the past. Actually, when he goes on TV or something and he has the band, it'll be Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think he'll be there this time, will he?
No, he won't be there
Yeah.
this time, I don't think.
But you never know, you know.
He has been known to
Yeah,
to
the
show
man's
up.
a little crazy, you know.
And the guy, in
yeah.
fact, Charles Wood is our banjo instructor, and he has taught Steve in the past
Yeah.
some banjo lessons.
Yeah.
And so, you know, every now and then, Steve will show up in the upstate.
Yeah.
Take some banjo lessons.
Yeah. He's got a cabin right outside of Brevard, about an hour and 20 minutes from here, that he built for he and his wife, and they have a child now. I think she's probably about 12 years old now or something.
Yeah.
It's just up the road here. Yeah, we went, Charles Wood, by the way, is a banjo instructor here on Saturday morning, so if you want lessons, you can contact me. Or Ryan, if you have a Saturday, or you're not in school, if you're an older individual and you're out of school and want to take banjo lessons on a Saturday, he's here on Saturday morning. So anyway, yeah, we went to New York. Charles Wood called me one day and said, "How many people can you fit in that airplane?" And I told him, and then once people in the area found out what we were doing, Brandon Couch and a bunch of people said, "Hey, I hear you're going. Can I go? Can I go?" So I had to go to Greenville Airport and rent a bigger plane so I could get everybody and their instruments in it. So we rented a plane, and I flew them to New York, and went over and spent 4 days with Steve Martin. He put us up in a real nice hotel over there, and got to spend 4 days with him. And then he had a little off-Broadway studio in Manhattan, about a 250-seat studio, small off-Broadway studio. And he had the best. Earl Scruggs was there, Charles Wood, Steve Martin, and 3 other banjo players, 2 of them from California, and one of them from somewhere else. What he did was he got all the best banjo players he knew and got them over there, and Earl Scruggs' son was playing, and his other son was playing, one of them guitar, one of them fiddle. I can't remember that part. Matter of fact, I sat on the front row, I had my camera ready to start videotaping, and I was so enthralled in the program, I was just like this, forgot to take the video. So I lost that, but I did get some of Steve Martin and the group up there, still shots, not a video. So Earl Scruggs was coming off the stage and looked like he was having a little hard time. So I went up there and he handed me his banjo. I held it, he grabbed my shoulder, took a step down. I said, "Earl, reckon we could go somewhere and get a picture, just you and me?" He said, "Yeah, let's go down that hallway." So we went a little old hallway down there, and he put his arm around me, I put his arm around me, and old Shane took a couple of pictures of Earl and I. And then one day I went down, and he and his wife were sitting at a table getting ready to eat, and he motioned me over there, and he said, "Sit down." I said, "No, this is special for you and your wife. You know, I don't want to interfere." So I sat down for a few minutes and talked to him about stuff, you know, just stuff. But that was a great event in my life, once in a lifetime event, to meet somebody like Earl Scruggs, who's the master of the banjo.
Yep.
Yeah, bluegrass music. So anyway, I think we're almost out of time. The producer's trying to tell me. Huh? No, I don't have any stuff up here to play music unless Mr. Bell wants to do a little banjo picking. Usually we try to have a little music in the background, but we weren't prepared for that today. So
I will say, we sell these T-shirts, so if you want a Clemson Bluegrass T-shirt, let me know, and I can get you set up with one of those. That money goes directly into the program and funds the necessarily administration fees and whatnot for that.
get you a Clemson Bluegrass T-shirt. Just call me with the size, and we'll get a way to get it to you, and just you can send the money through here, the
Okay.
store, or just call me at 864-376-1482, and we'll ship it right out to you, right, Ryan?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
We got to get everybody with one of these orange Clemson Bluegrass shirts on. So anyway, that's us, and we thank you for joining us today on the show. And I don't know what else to talk about, but thank you for being with us today, all you people out there in TV land and around the world. I get comments from people in Rome and England and stuff. I look on the other computer and I can see that they're watching, you know. And we get a lot of hits on this program, so make sure you join us every Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass. We're live, and we have my daughter's the producer, and she's got her co-producer back there today as well. So anyway, that's what we do here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass. Bye, y'all. Come back next week and join us.